you were making eyes at me.
Don't touch me.
Why not? We might anyhow be natural. You know, I used to be mad about women, and some were fond of me. So we've nothing to lose. Why trouble ourselves with decorum and politeness and the rest of it? We're between ourselves, and presently we may be naked as newborn babes.
Oh, let me pee.
As newborn babes. Well, I'd warned you anyhow. I'd asked so little of you. Nothing but peace and a little silence. I put my fingers in my ears. Gomez, as usual, was standing in the center of the room with all the press men listening in their shirt sleeves. I tried to listen, but it wasn't too easy. Things on Earth move so quickly. Couldn't you have held your tongues? Now he stopped talking. And what he thinks of me has gone back into his head. Oh, so much the better. Got to see it through somehow. I want to know who I have to deal with.
You know already. There's nothing more to learn.
You're wrong! So long as each of us hasn't made a clean breast of it. Why they've damned him or her, we know nothing. Nothing that counts. You, young lady, you shall begin. Why? Tell us why. If you're frank, if we bring our specters into the open, it may save us from disaster. So out with it. Why?
I haven't a notion. They wouldn't tell me why.
That's so. They wouldn't tell me either, but I have a good idea. I'm not a very estimable person.
No need to tell us that. We know you were a deserter.
Let that be. It's only a side issue. I'm here because I treated my wife abominably for 5 years. Naturally, she's suffering still. And there she is. The moment I mention her, I see her. It's Gomez that interests me. That is she I see. Ah, yes. 5 years. Oh, there. They've given her back my things. She's sitting by the window with my coat on her knees. The coat with 12 bullet holes. The blood's like rust. There's a brown ring around each hole. That coat. Quite a museum piece. Scarred with history. And I used to wear it. Fancy. Oh, can't you shed a tear, my love? Oh, surely you'll squeeze one out. No. Can't manage it. Night after night, I came home blind and drunk, stinking with wine and women. She'd set up for me, of course. But never a tear, never a reproach. Only your eyes spoke. Big, tragic eyes. Yeah, I must pay the price, but I shan't whine. Oh, it's snowing in the street. Can't you cry, confound you? That woman, she was born martyr. Victim by vocation.
you hurt her like that?
It was so easy. A word was enough to make her flinch, like a sensitive plant. I'm fond of teasing. I do it often. I watched and waited. But nothing. Not a tear, not a protest. I picked her up out of the gutter, you understand? Oh. Now. Oh. She's stroking the coat. Her eyes are shut. She's feeling with her fingers for the bullet holes. What are you after? What do you expect? I tell you, I regret nothing. The truth of the matter is, she admired me too much. Does that mean anything to you?
No. Nobody admired me.
So much the better. So much the better for you. I suppose this all strikes you as very vague. Well, here's something you can get your teeth into. I brought a half-caste girl to stay at our house. My wife slept upstairs. She must have heard everything. She was an early riser, and the next morning, as the girl and I stayed in bed late, she served us our morning coffee.
You brute.
Yes, a brute if you like, but a well-beloved brute. It's only Gomez. He's not talking about me. What were you saying? Oh, yes, a brute. Well, certainly, else why should I be here? Your turn.
Well, I was what some people down there called a damned bitch. Damned already, so it's no surprise my being here.
Is that all you have to say?
No. There was that affair with Florence. A dead man's tale with 3 corpses to it. He first, then she, then I. So there's no one left. 'Twas a clean sweep. I have nothing else to worry about. Only that room. I see it, now and then, empty with the doors locked. No, they've just unlocked them. To let. It's to let. That's too ridiculous.
3. 3 deaths?
3.
1 man and 2 women?
Yes.
Well. Did he kill himself?
He? No. He hadn't the guts for that. Still, he'd every reason we led him a dog's life. As a matter of fact, he was run over by a tram. A silly sort of end. I was living with them. He was my cousin.
Was Florence fair?
Fair? You know, I don't regret a thing. Still, I'm not so very keen on telling you the story.
That's alright. So you got sick of him.
Quite gradually. All sorts of little things got on my nerves. For example, he made a noise when he was drinking. A sort of gurgle. Trifles like that. He was quite pathetic, really. Vulnerable. Why are you smiling?
Because I, anyhow, am not vulnerable.
Don't be too sure. I crept inside her skin. She saw the world through my eyes. When she left him, I had her on my hands. We shared a bed-sitting room at the other end of town.
And then?
And then that trend did its job. I used to remind her every day, yes, my pet, we killed him between us. I'm quite cruel, really.
So am I.
No, it's not that. It's something else.
What?
I'll tell you later. When I say I'm cruel, I mean I can't get on without making other people suffer. Like a live coal in others' hearts. When I'm alone, I flicker out. For 6 months, I flamed away in her heart till there was nothing left but a cinder. Then one night, she got out of bed and turned on the gas while I was sleeping. So now you know.
Well, well.
Yes. What's in your mind?
Nothing. Only that it's not a pretty story.
Obviously. But what matter?
As you say, what matter? Your turn. What have you done?
I told you. I haven't a notion. I rack my brain, but it's no use.
Right. Then we'll give you a hand. That fellow with the smashed face. Who was he?
Who do you mean?
You know quite well the fellow you were so scared of seeing when you came in.
Oh, him. A friend of mine.
Why were you afraid of him?
That's my business, Mr. Garson.
Did he shoot himself on your account?
How absurd. Of course not.
Then why should you have been so afraid of him? He blew his brains out, didn't he? That's how his face got smashed.
Please don't go on.
Because of you. Because of you.
He shot himself because of you.
It's not fair bullying me like this. I want to go. I want to go.
Well, go if you can. Personally, I ask for nothing better. Unfortunately, the door's locked.
You're hateful. Both of you.
Hateful? Yes, that's the word. Now get on with it. The fellow who shot himself on your account. You were his mistress, eh?
Of course she was. And he wanted to have you all alone to himself. That's so, isn't it?
He danced the tango like a professional, but he was as poor as a church mouse. That's right, isn't it?
Was he poor or not? Give a straight answer.
Yes. He was poor.
And then you had your reputation to keep up. One day he came and he implored you to run away with him, and you laughed in his face.
That's it. You laughed at him. And so he killed himself.
Did you used to look at Florence in that way?
Yes.
You've got it all wrong, you two. He wanted a baby, so there.
And you didn't want one.
I certainly didn't, but the baby came, worse luck. I went to Switzerland for 5 months. Nobody suspected a thing. It was a girl. Roger was with me when she was born. It pleased him so to have a daughter. It didn't please me.
And then?
There was a balcony overlooking the lake. I brought a big stone. He kept on shouting, "Estelle, for God's sake, don't!" I hated him then. He saw everything. He saw the rings spreading across the water.
Yes. And then?
That's all. I went back to Paris. wished.
You mean he blew his brains out?
It was absurd of him, really. My husband never suspected a thing. Oh. How I loathe you. Oh.
Oh, nothing doing. Tears don't flow in this place.
I'm a coward. A coward. Oh, if you knew how I hated you.
Poor child. So, the hearing's over now. No need to look like a hanging judge.
A hanging judge? Oh. I'd give a lot to be able to see myself in a glass. Oh, how hot it is. Oh, sorry.
Don't bother. Might as well stay in your shirt sleeves as things are.
Just so. You mustn't be angry with me, Estelle.
I'm not angry with you.
And what about me? Are you angry with me?